The Nigerian Youth Investment Fund was approved by the Federal Executive Council on July the 22nd, 2020. It is dedicated at investing in the innovative ideas, skills, talents, and enterprises of the youths. The program, handled by the Ministry of Youth and Sports, is aimed at reaching 500,000 youths between 2020 and 2023. An initiative of the federal government, it is meant to cater for the investment needs of those between the ages of 18 and 35. The Ministry of Finance, Budget and National Planning and the Central Bank of Nigeria are to provide the financing to kickstart the Nigeria Youth Investment Fund. On this episode of Dateline 360, our correspondents will bring us updates on this initiative across the country. It's a pleasure to have you join us once more. I am Lydia Odije Ochi. Welcome to Dateline 360. Public policies directed at addressing youth unemployment have over time faced different challenges, including the absence of good administration and implementation. With federal government's approval for the establishment of the Nigerian Youth Investment Fund, stakeholders say lack of proper implementation may act as an impediment to its actualization. Joy Iliogbu tells us more.
Findings show that as Nigeria's population continues to grow, so does youth unemployment rate, who constitute a good percentage of the nation's population. Against this background, various administrations have over the years introduced different programs to address youth unemployment, which has been an issue of public concern.
This very particular program is apt and it is very good. What I will want the federal government to look into is to have a very good structure. One is to have a good idea, but the other thing is the implementation. How will these, youths assess this? And who are the youths?
The development of our youth is a course in the right direction. Right direction in the sense that the future of our nation depends on this youth. It's high time we started thinking on how to focus the attention of the youth into economic and political development.
The fund, which is the first of its kind by any Nigerian government, many believe will help reduce the increasing rate of unemployment among youths, which has greatly increased in the country as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic.
75 billion is a lot of money. If we can, within every local government, establish a kind of miniature bank, where people can come and then go through the formal procedure of this assessing this loan. It will be wonderful. And then, of course, it will in itself give some youth job.
Has the government mapped out on the strategy to ensure that this money can be accessible by our youth? That is another area that is very, very critical. Because if government can map out this type of money and the youths that is targeted to cannot access it, we have failed.
The area they really need to address is this age bracket. This age bracket of 18 to 35. I think they should up the game a little. Let's look for people who are, it could be in the industry, and you have learned something in the industry. I want to think that if you get money, you go out, you can get things done better, or faster. They should look at all those kind of situations to be able to disburse this money.
If you don't have a succession plan, after this initial 75 billion naira, what happens?
While many programs have targeted creating opportunities for youth employment, the sustainability of the program is also to be considered an indicator of its success.
I don't want this loan to get any political coloration. I think the best thing for the government to do is to, if it's a bank, let us set up a committee that can screen people. You do a direct bid.
For such a project to to be done very well, they have to take into considerations. One, identifying those people that are within the range of 18 to 25 or to 35. But if they fail to do it, the same money will go back to those people that have earmarked the money.
Since many say it is not yet very clear to what extent any given intervention may have reduced youth unemployment rate over time, government policies in this area, which have delivered on their stated objectives, may be considered effective.
The federal government's recent approval for the establishment of 75 billion naira Nigeria Youth Investment Fund is attracting commendation. Paul Abel reports that stakeholders in Cross River State are of the view that the measure, if effectively implemented, will boost the nation's economy, reduce poverty and crime in the country.
Some youth entrepreneurs say if the program is backed up with necessary laws for sustainability and proper management, it will go a long way to assist many to become independent.
We had a dream that whatever we are doing here, we all know that the people that are here can benefit a lot, both from what we are doing and also from the government program. Because if this fund comes to us, come to me, what I might love to do is to make this place look good and also get the facilities I need, because the problem we have is that we don't have good facilities to put this structure the way we are supposed to put, so that others can come in and do something.
We've been hearing of this funding of youth, but we just hope this opportunity to be given to us, that the fund will get to us as they've said. But if I'm being given this fund, it will help me start up something on my own.
Other stakeholders who commended the initiative are optimistic that if it is well executed, the policy will not only boost the Nigerian economy, but also keep many youths away from crime.
Ideas will be submitted and the best ideas will be selected across the Federation to have access to this fund. I think it is a wonderful development. In as much as we're concerned, considering the negative effect of the COVID-19 pandemic in the country and the world at large, it is a necessity that the government should put programs, initiatives, and activities that will cushion the negative effect of the COVID-19 pandemic on the nation's economy.
This is one measure I must commend this government for. This initiative will help open up the Nigerian economy. It will also boost the entrepreneurial skills of young people. So that's why I'm particularly excited, because a lot of young people go to school, graduate, looking for white-collar jobs. There are no white-collar jobs anywhere. But with this initiative, 75 billion naira is a huge sum of money.
The state government sees the measure as a welcome development, which also invests in youths who form the larger chunk of the Nigerian population.
It's equally on that strength that you can see the construction of Fabrication Academy of West Africa, which has about 140 offices as contained therein. It is meant to train not less than 5,000 youths yearly on various skills.
All the stakeholders are unanimous in the appeal that the appropriate mechanism devoid of manipulation, corruption, and parochial sentiments be employed in the selection process, implementation, and disbursement of funds.
It is hoped that the implementation of this laudable project will go a long way to benefit all the youths concerned.
Thank you, Paul. Youth entrepreneurs in Sokoto have described as a welcome development the establishment of the Youth Investment Fund by the federal government, but called for effective implementation so that the targeted people will benefit. Abdurrahman Usman Jibrila has the report.
Sokoto State is blessed with young entrepreneurs who engage in various small and medium-scale enterprises. It is also blessed with gifted and talented young people like Salim Ahmad, whose ambition is to become a world-class car designer. However, these ambitious youths require financial support to boost their enterprises and talents for the overall development of Nigeria. Therefore, the establishment of Youth Investment Fund by the Muhammad Buhari-led administration has come at the right time.
If you look at me now, you can see what I'm doing. When the money comes, what I will do is for me to do, if I don't have a filing machine or cutting machine, I can able to assist and buy it. So the money will assist me to buy it and employ some workers for them to assist me for the work.
We are among those that teach the youth how to become self-reliant. We have been having those kind of funds issues that came out some years back. We are not among the beneficiaries. We only had it end in the radios or in the television or in the newspapers. But this time we are expected, by God's grace, we are going to be among the beneficiaries.
So you cannot employ apprentices without having enough machines. Like this shop, I have almost 10 apprentices. So I need more machines. If the government can intervene, it is welcome deployment for me.
This is a welcome development. If properly utilized, will help people like me achieve their career.
The Nigerian Youth Investment Fund initiative can be a golden opportunity for Nigerian youths to excel in their various businesses for economic growth and development.
This is a very laudable and timely intervention by the federal government, given the fact that the youth population constitutes the majority of population of the country, and also they are the engine of growth.
This initiative will complement Sokoto State government's drive towards making youths useful members of the society.
The Sokoto State government is into several youth empowerment programs that are aimed at reducing the redundancy of our youth and aimed at creating employment opportunities for them. So with the coming of this Nigerian Youth Investment Fund, we expect those that have gained experience from these different vocational trainings to come up with their business ideas and finance their businesses so that they become the employers of labor themselves.
Many a times, programs of this nature come with complexities, which had often led to their failure. What then are stakeholders in youth matters doing to ensure that Sokoto youths actively participate and benefit from the program?
In all our local government, we are there orienting our youth to group themselves in accordance with their knowledge and skills. Even if they don't have the knowledge of that business, we decided to give them that knowledge by employing the institutions that can give them adequate learning about particular business and seek for this fund through this intervention, and then make use of that by making them self-reliant and boost economy of this country and make our youth self-reliant.
In view of the current situation in Sokoto and other states in Nigeria, it is expected that effective and proper implementation of the fund will help develop the economy of the state and the nation at large.
Thank you, Abdurrahman, for that report. Stakeholders in Maiduguri, the Borno State capital, are of the view that the establishment of the federal government's Youth Investment Fund will be of derivable gain to youths, considering the peculiarity of the state having been affected by insurgency, which rendered significant number of them jobless. Yagum Subukar has more.
The fund is meant to create a special window for accessing credit facilities and financing on the part of youth, aimed to support their enterprise.
If this money is given to me, it will boost my tailoring business.
Microcredit banks are expected to distribute the funds to the targeted beneficiaries, where the scheme will be closely monitored by the Ministry of Youth and Sport. Here in Borno State, the over a decade-long insurgency has crippled most youth, thereby making them jobless. But with the establishment of these 75 billion naira youth investment funds, derivable gains will be achieved, being the first of its kind in the country.
We have a chunk of talented youths in the state who needs some funds, who need some starter kits, who need some palliatives for the purpose of being self-employed. I have to commend the federal government.
We have since compiled the list of these youth. We have also this youth training forum in Borno State, the largest organization we have in the state.